How are you?
Not bad, yourself?
Where are we?
We are at Croydon Racing Developments in Sydney, Australia, Smithfield.
This past weekend was the GTR Fest in Sydney, and I had a chance to actually see some of the vehicles that you've built run on the racetrack, including this one, June 2, probably one of, if not the most famous R32 drag vehicle. The way you guys roll up to the line, it's like a real, it feels like a top fuel drag team, like getting this thing prepped to go. So what are we actually looking at?
Okay, this is Rob Marjan's R32 GTR. This is currently the world's quickest Skyline, all-wheel drive period with a radial. It's still IRS, rear end, 9-inch, factory pickup points and suspension. It runs a turbo 400 automatic transmission with a RB30 billet block with a big race head that we run on it and a big 110mm turbo.
Is it still, so is it a 3 liter then? Or
it's a 3.2 stroker.
3.2?
Yeah, so we've got a 3.2 stroker, a Nitto rotating assembly. Nitto Performance Engineering.
And you know, right now we're kind of rushing through this because I wanted to do a full shop tour. And I wanted to show you guys a little bit about every car. Maybe later on I'll be able to do a full build breakdown of what this car is and the build. But right now I just kind of wanted to show you guys the overall view. This is so crazy. What a crazy vehicle. Unfortunately, I was not able to see you guys go down the whole track.
Yeah, we were struggling a little bit on the weekend. Our launch and everything was on par to PB, what we've done before, but we'll just have a little bit of a misfire down the track. So every time we get misfire, we'd get off it just not to waste the engine or anything like that, so for us to sort out. So we struggled with that all weekend with it, but...
so who's actually driving it?
The owner, Robert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is all business, but the fact of the matter is, this is an actual metal chassis.
Correct.
R32 GTR.
Still the factory chassis, floor pans, everything. The only thing he's got now, which he's done, is a carbon roof, which is from center to center.
But glass?
All glass.
All glass?
This is steel.
This is steel. This is steel?
He's got carbon quarters on it.
Oh, okay.
So he's done the rear quarters in carbon, which is from there down.
Got it.
Carbon boot and carbon front quarters, that's it.
And then how much power does this actually make?
We've never dynoed it properly, but it'll have to be nudging around the 3,000 mark at the engine. 3,000 horsepower, maybe give or take. The numbers, it's run 6.37 a quarter mile at 224 mile an hour. So
that is ridiculous.
Yeah, so we just get a baseline off a dyno and then we do the rest of the tuning at the track.
The Dream Crusher. Like Mickey is blown away too. Is it crushing your dream or?
Oh, don't cry, are you?
Of course, the definition of a street car could be many things.
Of course, a lot of people have different versions of street cars.
Could it even drive on the street?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah, it can.
Really?
Sometimes after a racetrack, you will drive it back to the shop.
You're kidding?
No.
How far is that?
It's probably a 15-20 minute drive.
And it has a plate still?
Yes. Actually, he just got taken the plates off it recently, but yeah, it's still fully registered as of recently. So he just took it off because he's got a defect notice recently.
Huh, okay, all right. But the fact that you could drive that on the street, and it's tame enough to drive on the street.
You can cruise it at just 40, 50, 60 kilometers an hour as slow as you want.
That's crazy.
Put your foot down, it gets a bit wild, but yeah.
So definitely, without a doubt, the most impressive race vehicle from this past weekend was the War GTR. I've never seen a drag R34. I've actually never seen an R34 do a burnout before. It's so cool for me to see what you guys are doing with this.
Yep.
And for this being a big body car, is it all metal? Or?
This is all metal. No carbon bits on it at all, apart from the bonnet.
I can't believe it runs what it runs.
Doors, everything.
What
is
was
all,
your fastest pass this past weekend with this vehicle?
With this weekend, it's the first time he's jumped back in the driver's seat for 2 years. 8.5 quarter mile at 184 mile an hour in the manual.
So then, how much
cool.
power does this make?
This one here should make around the 1700, 1800 horsepower mark. We never turned it right up on the dyno. We just got a baseline and then send it to the track. So obviously this past weekend is the first time he's jumped back in the seat, so with the new setup as well. So this has an 8.8 inch rear diff in it that we just put in, so it can handle the power. Same engine combo I had with the other turbo, but it's got the Pro Mod 88 on it now, 88 mil turbo.
But you know, the crazy thing to me is that it's so clean. The cars that you guys build, the fit and finish, it's not falling apart. The paint is real. It's just so good looking at the starting line. But also another thing is, I could not believe how crazy this was when it actually launched and how it dances down the track. I mean, you have to like counter steer this thing while it's going straight.
They don't like going straight very often. Very, very rarely, especially in the manuals. Manuals are very brutal on gear changes and stuff like that. So
and this is a manual.
This is a manual. This is
but
sequential.
It's a sequential.
Sequential paddle shift.
So
we've
you
actually
really
just gone
have
to
to
the paddle
be
shift now.
careful in terms of like how to launch it.
Yes.
Otherwise you'll break it.
If you bog it, you can break it. So you just got to sort of just slip it off the line and try to get out of the hole as fast as you can to get as quick as time.
So then they're surrounded the actual full tube chassis car. We'll go to that later once they're done with that.
No problem.
But what are some of the other builds that you have here?
This is another R32 GDR, nicknamed Thor, Dave Abreu's. This is a Turbo 400 automatic, which we've just gone to this new combo. This used to be a manual as well. It's previously ran 8.1 with a 83 millimeter turbo. He's now gone to an auto, same engine combo, 3.2 litre, billet block, Nitto rotating assembly. This has a 94 millimeter turbo on it now. So his first time out was actually at GDR Festival. He's just ran a 7.5 at 177 mile an hour on fairly low boost for what this is.
This is just so crazy. You guys are the greatest GTR drag shop in the world.
Thank you.
This is ridiculous. It's just,
we pride ourselves on all that, but also it's a testament to the customers as well who give us the opportunity to build these vehicles and to build them to this quality as well.
yeah, that's the thing that really I appreciate. I think that's really cool.
Yep.
Your customers are obviously fans of these vehicles.
Correct, yeah.
But I'm assuming they probably grew up with these.
They grew up with them. It's a big passion for them, and it's just. It's
and
what
then
they
now
love.
that they've become of age and they're professionals and they can afford what they want to afford, which are the fastest GTRs in the world, the quickest. That's why they're coming to you. But you guys also build other vehicles too.
Yes, correct. This is what we call an S14 200SX. I think you call them the 240.
240 SX.
Correct. So this is a same engine combo as the rest of them. It's an RB30 block. So it's a billet block, 3.2 litre. Again with the Nitto rotating assembly. This has a 98 millimeter turbo on it.
This is fully repainted all the way down to metal.
Correct. This is a bare metal respray, top to bottom, undercarriage and all. Undercarriage. It's got 8.8 inch IRS diff in it. Interior's got carbon seats, and literally, I'll open the boot for you.
This is so cool.
Just let me make sure this is all unstrapped for you, and I'll show you the boot.
It is so pretty.
The boot, even the boot, you look at the boot and it's absolutely mental.
Oh my goodness.
So you get to the boot area and just a detail in it.
It is so clean. Amazing.
This is literally a fresh setup. It's the first time we've actually started and ran it down at GDR Festival.
Mm-hmm. So, and how did it do?
Good. He was getting used to it. He's never driven anything like this. So first pass was launched, it just spun off the hit. So then second time out, he wasn't ready for it because he's used to the manual. Mm-hmm. Off the trans brake, he sort of clicked 2 gears instantly and it sort of bogged off the line. So he'll be going out this coming week, hopefully, to get a bit more seat time. Yeah, of course.
It's a brand new car.
Brand new car and build. This is literally debuted at GDR Festival. So from everything's got.
every one.
We'll show it later.
Every one of these vehicles that you have in here, I feel like I could spend an hour just talking to you about
there's a lot
all
of
the
detail.
little nut and bolt, all the things. We get it
course.
on the lift. Underneath is just as clean.
Oh yeah, this is like brand new underneath.
This is
Every nut
cool.
and bolt has been replaced. Headlights are brand new, tail lights, molds.
But you guys build this stuff in-house.
Yeah, that all the fabrication work is all in-house. Titanium dump pipe and side pipe. It's all in-house. It's got a Hypertune
Unbelievable.
exhaust manifold, but everything else intercooler piping.
It's just so crazy to see something like this because in the US, these vehicles weren't used for drag racing. They
Yeah.
were used for drifting.
Correct.
And some road racing.
Yeah.
But primarily, they're just sliding sideways, right? But to see this level of build, the paint, the fit and finish, and then so this has a billet block then?
This has a billet block, correct? RB30, as the rest, most of the other big vehicles that we do. Same rotating Semper 3.2 Wild Journal Nitto stroker kit in it.
If you're building one of these vehicles and it doesn't make over 1,000 horsepower, it's like not good enough for you guys, I'm assuming.
For us, it's fine. We've got plenty that are under 1,000 horsepower, but the competition that's out there, whether you go roll racing, drag strip, they see that vehicle, oh, that's making 1,600 horsepower. Someone comes in, they want to match it or go better. And it's just escalates like that. But 1,000 true horsepower on the street is a lot of power.
Yeah.
They struggle to get down. So it's just, yeah, people just like to outdo each other these days.
No kidding.
Paint and panel to engine.
And then what about this thing? Oh my goodness.
This here
Goat
is
32.
the infamous Goat 32. This is the quickest manual GTR in the world, true street manual. It's ran a 7.9 with a manual. 7.9
Wow.
at 188 mile an hour. So it's got a Samsonus sequential in it. Billet block 3.2, again similar combo that we run on most of the bigger vehicles. 88mm turbo, same as War GTR. So this and War GTR are very identical combos.
Really?
Yeah.
But this is 32.
This is an
so
R32,
it
correct.
is a little
It's like a little
lighter,
sister and bigger
little
brother.
smaller,
Correct.
Right.
Lighter, shorter wheelbase, a little bit smaller, nimbler.
easier to get down the track, I'm guessing.
Correct.
This is just so cool. I just can't believe how straight everything is.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
they're,
honestly, we get a lot of GTRs that are just not in the best condition, you know, and that's kind of what I'm.
it is hard to find clean ones these days because you're sort of, as they say, scraping the bottom of the barrel of what's left. But
Yeah.
there are some very rough ones out there, but there are also some very clean ones out there. But you're paying top dollar for them as well.
So, is this the main workshop area?
This is the main workshop area where the race cars, big street car builds, and circuit cars are. So we do anything from drag race to the strip and drag street vehicles and the circuit racing as well.
And then you guys work on the R35 also.
Correct, yes. This is the one we bought from, or one of our customers bought from Jordan Martin in America, from AMS. So this one we brought here. We've ran a 7.1 here, turnkey, 7.2, 7.1 here, so as is. But we've got another big R30 Yanni's R35, which is probably equivalent to that power-wise and engine combo. Billet
Nice.
block, 4.3 stroker,
Wow.
big street car,
4.3.
4.3.
VR43.
Yep. Billet block,
Jeez.
AMS, intake manifold.
And then is this one like a build in progress right now?
This is a
for you
build in
guys?
progress. This is George's R32, which is going to be equivalent or on par, better chassis design than what Jordan 2 is.
Really?
So he'll be taking on him and the rest of the vehicles that are taking that category.
And this is a customer's
It's
car.
customer's car, yeah.
He basically wants to beat Rob, the owner, huh?
Pretty much. Wants to attack him. Yeah, no, they're friendly rivalries, but yeah, they're going at it head to head.
And meaning it's going to potentially be lighter as well?
It might not be lighter, probably be a little bit heavier just to the bar work that's on it, but because we're strengthening the chassis right up, that's still got a factory chassis just with a 6-point cage and
Right.
other bits and pieces, but this pretty much has a full roll cage through the floor pan.
What
to strengthen
potentially
it all
could
up.
put down the power better
Correct.
then.
It will.
Okay.
You can throw a lot more at it earlier, and it's going to take the power a lot more stable in that sense.
What's going on with this 34 here?
This is Drew Hall's R34 GTR circuit car. So this was his daily at one stage. He used to drive to and from work many years ago until it got stolen. They stole the race seats, the seats out of it. And then it sort of got written off because the seats were valued so high. It wasn't worth replacing it. So then he turned it into a weekend track car. And then it just evolved from there. And then carbon work and inside out bar work.
Sure, bud. That's a good excuse.
Yeah, exactly. So he does a bit of time attack, a bit of our other racetracks in Bathurst. So he likes to do lap after lap, not just a one lapper or two lapper like a world time attack.
It started life as a Bayside Blue vehicle?
Bayside Blue, correct.
Oh my goodness.
Bayside Blue daily, then slowly evolved.
Did you guys develop all the aero and everything for this?
No, the aero was developed originally top stage, done most of the aero on it in Melbourne. And then Sydney Composites done a few little bits and pieces, tweaks. It's just as they evolve with the carbon places here, the version 2s, version 3s, you sort of upgrade the front bars, rear wings, more aero.
This is so crazy. What's going on with this?
This is G's VL Commodore, which is an Australian vehicle. They originally come with an RB30. So that's where the RB30s come from, these vehicles here. And the Nissan Skyline R31s. So this one's just labelled Holden, but they're the exact same engines. This has an RB in it as well. It's a 2.6 cylinder head. This has run a 700 at 201, 202 mile an hour in this vehicle here.
It's just such an undercover vehicle.
Yeah,
I mean, it
you
looks
wouldn't pick it.
like a family vehicle.
Correct.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, so he wants to go a little bit deeper into the six. He wants to run a 6 with it. So
Wow.
we'll hopefully next time out set it all up and go into the 6s. And it runs a 255 radial on it.
How the heck can you go?
A lot of power with a little tire.
Yeah.
So it's all power management and getting it all down as far as you can on a radial.
And it still has rear seats, dash, and everything in it?
It's got everything in it. 4 doors, glass.
But I mean, for you guys, is that a pride thing? Because obviously you could lose so much weight from that.
A lot of people, because when they classify it as a street car, you want to sort of have everything in it that you can. Some people do rip them out, gut out the back seats and stuff like that, but for some people it's like, nah, I want a full street car, leave the interior in as is, and let's go. So
it's just insane. I mean, like, look at this. Build after build after build. There's just so many amazing cars.
There's a lot going on
Thank
here.
goodness that you guys have all of these amazing customers that want to go fast.
Yeah, that's what makes us proud of what we do because of the customers we have. And it's just an absolute pleasure to build with these guys. Like I said, they take so much pride in their vehicles and it makes us go that extra step for them.
Right now, we're looking at, this is your quickest vehicle.
This is our quickest vehicle that we're building. It's a full tube chassis Pro Mod. It's got an R35 body on it. So that's a front clip, the body on it. This is what we're aiming to go take on the Sports Compact first. And then, so our first aim is to obviously knock off the quickest RB in the world. And then take on the 2Js and go outright Sports Compact. This is what our main goal is.
And then, so is this a 3.2?
This is a 3.2, correct. Billet block, same thing, Nitto rotating assembly. A big race head, big turbocharger.
How much more work do you guys have to do before you get to actually take this out?
There's probably another week or 2 at the very most to sort of finish this off, mainly wiring and then setup and tuning and stuff like that. So
this is insane.
It's got pretty much the best of everything you can get on this.
And then what about the chassis? Did you guys design
Chassis
this?
was custom built from Craig at SCF Race Cars. It's probably been in progress for about 3.5 years since he got the show, but we've added and anything that we could improve on, we've changed and improved on as the build sort of progresses.
What is the goal for this in terms of time that you can't? It's hard to estimate, huh?
Hard to estimate, but our goal in the end is to run deep into the 5s. So obviously like I said, we want to be quickest RB as fast as we can, which is currently 5.82 in the world, and then from that then attack the 2J's quickest sports compact car, which is I think a low 5.5s, around. Yeah.
So then this is going to make a lot more power than June 2.
Correct. bigger turbo. Very similar engine combo. It's got a stronger block in it. This is a full drive block, a drag block. Bigger turbocharger, intercooler, all that sort of stuff. But
So it's solid, no water channels or anything
in
like
the
that?
bottom end, no, only through the cylinder head. That's it. So it's got a water to air intercooler with ice water.
Amazing.
So water going through the cylinder head. But we've got the chassis to throw everything at it as early as we can anyway.
What's your guess in terms of how much power this can make?
There's no reason why this wouldn't be making. We would be aiming 3,500 at the wheels.
Wow.
That's what our aim would be.
You can't even dyno that, huh?
No, it'll be maxing out our dyno. So whether we send it right up on the dyno or just as far as we can and then do the rest of the racetrack and just turn it up as we go there.
It's just
I mean,
so
mile an hour
good.
will tell you what you're sort of making generally, so
Yeah.
it'll give you a fair idea.
This is your dyno room here.
Correct. This is our purpose-built dyno room. It's got a big, heavy sliding door, which seals it right up for sound and insulation. So it's double walls, glass and everything. You've got fresh air in. Air goes out from the back.
And then you have this is an all-wheel.
This is an all-wheel drive dyno, chassis dyno, and then we have our two-wheel drive 3,000 horsepower hub dyno.
Up to 3,000.
Up to 3,000,
which,
correct.
It's funny, most shops don't have that problem.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
They run out, but whereas you guys actually are building motors that
Now,
potentially...
we're going to be reaching the limits of this, so we're going to probably need to upgrade very soon.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just making it all fit is going to be another issue down the track.
And you guys have this is such an impressive shop in terms of like import, drag cars. It's something that it's like so focused on what you guys are doing, but there's just so much going on. I'm sure when it's like full swing before our race weekend, it's got to be so crazy.
Yeah, as the last week or two have been absolutely crazy. Just the hours we're doing. I mean, just before Jet Festival, we literally went home for an hour, got changed, and came back in the morning at 6:30 in the morning to load up the vehicles and go straight to the track. So
I don't know how you're still standing. But got a bunch of customer builds here too.
Correct. Yep.
Got a SR build going.
That's
on
right.
here,
That's
right?
again another 240. It's a fresh 2.2 litre build, SR20. This is a ground up R33 GDR build from undercarriage to wiring to engine to everything on this vehicle.
Last thing, let's check out your
Yes.
engine room. This is kind of where all the magic happens, huh?
That's it. This is where the surgery is.
Do you have your own project car?
I do. I got another VL Commodore like that maroon one that was there, which has probably been the build for the last 10 years, but just time. As we've been working on customers' cars, it's just very hard to find time on my own vehicles.
I love that it's actually machined into the block, like what it's for.
Correct, yeah.
June 2, Bullet, RB30.
Yeah, so Bullet's the company that make the billet blocks, and this is for Zeus, the Pro Mod, which originally we're going to do for June, but then we've done it for that.
So then you guys give them the specifications in terms of what you want, or?
That's an off-the-shelf block that they do, and then we machine it to suit us after that. Oh. So it comes with the sleeves and everything in it, and then we just machine the sleeves and tunnel bore and do everything else to suit our application.
Incredible. So crazy.
Plenty of RB30s.
I've never seen a billet block, and now coming into your engine room, you have how many here? You have so many.
There's plenty. That's a VR38. That's for that the R35 downstairs, Yanni's one. That's the one that's going to have a 4.3 litre in it. Jeez. It's an AMS block.
That is crazy.
And then, so that's a drag block. That's a wet block. Dry deck. That's a wet deck. That's got a 3.6 litre in that one.
That is so crazy.
And another wet block, straight one. And that's another dry deck, drag block.
Amazing. That is just incredible.
A lot of billet goodness going on.
Yeah. So this is going to be a dumb question.
Yep.
If there are water channels and stuff, how is it that it creates them without? I mean, because it's billet, it's out of one solid piece of aluminum.
Yep. it gets all machined through from their CNC machine, so they have a piece of block, and then they'll have their wet block, so it'll be literally machined for the water galleries as per normal RB30 block. So they make 3 variants. It's a completely factory whole wet block, so your wet deck, which is goes straight through.
Yeah.
The block as standard, and then they make a dry deck, which is the top half is all blocked off, but still runs water through there's a side plate here, so it cools the block going through the side.
But like it doesn't, it's just all straight. It doesn't do any turns and stuff like on a cast one, right?
No, it's a little bit different the way they run them. So
okay.
with the cooling on that. And then you've got the full drag blocks, which are completely dry. So no water going through the side of them.
Just
So they're
one
blocked off, no
solid
water
piece of
galleries, no
aluminum.
channels, no nothing there. So it's literally just on pure methanol drag car.
So cool. Something else. This is just so incredible what you guys do here. I love it.
you.
I love it. Look at all this jewelry. Look at all these pieces. Amazing. Huh. And then what's behind here?
Behind here is the dirty area. This is where we strip all the engines. They come up upstairs, strip all the engines. They all get stripped here and then cleaned. And then assembly is inside, all the clean, once everything's clean and machined.
And you guys have
And
parts
then
for days.
All the parts, customers' parts, vehicle parts, everything gets stored up here.
Amazing.
Fuck Disneyland.
Is this your favorite place or what's going on here?
I'm here a lot. So I've known the guys from CID since 2005. I started taking my car there in 07, my 200, and then when I got my GTR, obviously
That was the beginning of
I was done. But another thing is CID actually helped me start my business. When they were at Silverwater and I stopped working for Ignition DVD, had no money and wanted to start my own thing, they actually let me have an office upstairs for a while to get started, so I owe them that. And yeah, we've worked together ever since.
I'm floored. I'm completely floored. This place is just, it's so cool. It really is cool. I mean, just to see this level of build here, yeah, I'm speechless.
So mate, I've spent days over in the corner on my own, putting the bolt-ons onto my engine after Con's built it. I've done days here where I've stayed back and done it. Same at the old shop. So yeah, we've done heaps together. So
big hours, long hours.
yeah. It's not about, like, we've all been friends, even family, you know, for a long time. So it's not just about what people think of like sponsorship. It's beyond that. We've actually worked together to make things happen. So even some of our earlier events where, you know, Croydon helped make them happen. So
Yeah. Well, I'm bummed that it's just, for me, a short trip. I would love to spend a lot more time doing deep dives into each one of the really interesting builds. Like that S14, wow.
Dude, there's 20 cars you could do full features on and still go, damn it, I missed that. So,
So there's a lot of crazy cars out there. Like I said, it's a testament to the customers that want to build them to that quality and go that far, because it's not cheap. I mean, parts are expensive and then body is expensive, but they start here and they just keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, we're privileged to be working on them. So
Yeah, and you
we
guys,
couldn't do it without them. So
right, and you guys are actually passionate about seeing
of
them go
course.
down the track, seeing them
that's
actually.
where the priority is, making them happy and making them run the numbers, and it's just, that's what puts your smile on your face at the end of the day. That's what makes all the hard work and long hours worth it.
all the smiles.
Shoot, all that, and then it put smiles on my face too.
Now, you haven't even seen them go to the circuit yet. They've got circuit cars, time attack cars.
Yeah.
I've done a time attack car with them. They've got a car they're building for Pikes Peak. Like they don't just do drag here,
is
man.
that
Street
secret,
cars,
or?
drag.
No, it's in the corner there, so we've got the body for it. It's a little bit in pieces at the moment. I can show you that.
Was that Pikes Peak next year? Or?
Well, he's put on hold at the moment. Originally, we were going to go in 23, but it'll probably be 24, 25 at this stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, these guys have mastered putting GTRs around a circuit, down the drag strip. Look, my car's testament even had 2 years on that engine for nearly 3,500 kilometres on it. They've got engines that have been gone for 15 years. And that is no joke. So
Amazing. And I've seen the way you drive too. I'm very surprised that it's lasted that long.
he literally drives it.
we built that car, and Con always, I always say to Con, hey, I want to go do this, want to go do that. He goes, go. Like it was built and tuned so that it can be driven how I have at the end. There's no There's no kill mode. There's no nothing. There's no risky mode. It is you build it, you drive it. So
Amazing.
I've done hundreds of passes in my GDR with them not even there. You don't.
Yeah.
They don't have to be there for me to race my car. Some people think you need your tune. Don't get me wrong. A 7-second car, a 6-second car.
The bigger sort of
there,
builds,
but-
obviously.
Yeah,
A lot more.
I take mine racing and I check my own data logs and stuff. They've made sure I know how to keep an eye on my car and do it properly. So that's a testament to their work, right? Here you go, Andrew. I go race it. Bye.
That's it.
So yeah, it's the way it's got to be done.
Awesome.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to support us directly, go to larrychenprints.com. I print and sign every single one of these. This is the perfect gift, or it's the perfect piece of art for your wall.